I'm live. Hello, Joseph. How's it going? It's Project Zomboid time. Yeah, not too bad. Can't complain too much. My nose is apparently clearer than usual. This is a weird thing for me to say, which I understand and accept. But my nose is apparently less stuffy today than usual because the world is smellier. If that makes sense. Noticing all day that I can smell things I don't normally smell. Which is not really a good thing or a bad thing, but it's something I've noticed. I wonder if that's it. I don't know if the humidity has dropped or not. Alright, we're back at it. What do we got now going down this direction, huh? Well, I shouldn't have that problem. I very, very, very rarely have a nosebleed. Pretty much only if I get, you know, some sort of contusion to my nose, as I've ever had a nosebleed. So I'm not really concerned about that, but something to think about. So these zombies that are coming around the corner here, one of them has a spear with, I think, a knife in it. Hey, Phil. I've heard legends of this pokey stick. It's a spear with hunting knife. Sure. Give me that thing. Use it up until it's not working anymore. Also, cigarette time. Hey, Airmon. How's it going? There we go. Alright, a few more zombies down that way. Not sure I care. I wonder if I follow the path behind this wall, if there's anything interesting to see. We're just continuing to, you know, do our thing here in Ravencreek. We've been running with this character for a while now. This looks like, it says McCoy's, but I think that's probably just somebody reusing textures here. I think this is actually going to be McCoy's logging camp on the other side of this wall. Walk myself right into trouble. I would say that long wall just goes forever, doesn't it? I feel like you could probably do a fairly decent imitation of Attack on Titan. Not the like zooming around part with the weird whatever I don't remember those things are called, the little belt thingies. That part you couldn't really do in this game, but you could do Titans. You just size the zombies up quite large. Not very controllable, though. I never finished Attack on Titan. I kind of fell out of it after one of the reveals. I didn't really like the way that the story was progressing, so I just kind of like ditched it. I didn't think it was bad necessarily, it just was not the way I wanted the story to run, so I was just like, nah, I think I'm done now. This rabbit head is called Robbie the Rabbit. I don't know if that's Silent Hill or not. Yeah, the story just went someplace where I wasn't interested. I was like, not gonna look at it. Let's just do a little exploratory walking here and not actually looting. I want to see what we're dealing with. Hello, big truck. What do you do? What's your deal? Why are there no zombies here? Are you actually full of anything? So where's the front of your car? Oh. You're in okay shape. No gas. I don't know if you're actually full of fuel or not. Can I actually do anything with the propane truck, though? I mean, there's been other Silent Hill references in this, in the mod that's adding the helmet, so it wouldn't surprise me if it was a Silent Hill reference. Throw a Molotov and see what happens. Kaboom! Got some big buildings down here. Hey, you. Come here. What do you got stuck in you? It's like a scrap weapon of some variety. Scrap, like climber's axe? Is what that is? Yeah, salvaged climbing axe. Okay. Take that. Should probably start heading back to the house, or we're gonna have to find someplace else to sleep tonight. Nice. Mushroom. We gotta be getting relatively close to City Skylines 2, right? That comes out sometime soon. Also, hello, Elsa. Welcome. Spear should level up here pretty soon. Yeah, I played City Skylines when it first came out, but I never played any of the DLC that came out later. Colossal spear. I wonder if they lose their names. If I were to like take the if I were to take the hunting knife off the spear, I wonder if it would just go back to being a normal spear, or if it would still be a colossal spear. Where if the knife would be a colossal spear, not colossal knife, obviously, or if maybe both of them would be. That's an interesting question. Maybe we'll try that later, right before this thing breaks. Push back. Yeah, I think you're right, Joseph. My understanding of how the game functions is that it probably will just be neither. It'll probably just go back to a spear and a knife. But it'd be an interesting thing to test anyways. Which we will do if the spear looks like it's about to break. I suppose when the spear is about to break. The life cycle of the spear, after all. Why did that level up so fast? It was way faster than normal. I believe they both get the same durability, if I remember correctly. A lot of zombies all of a sudden. It does reset repairs though, because you can sort of scam resetting the number of repairs that an item has had by attaching it to a spear and then unattaching it from a spear. I don't know what that one zombie had stuck in its leg, by the way. Did not recognize that. That's a knife, but I don't need that. Just want to know what that one zombie had stuck in her leg. It's with this group, I think? Oh, it's a shiv. That's disappointing. It's just random. The stab, the like really strong forward stab will only happen if the zombie is a certain distance away from other zombies. I don't know what the number is. It's a one-hit kill, but it'll only happen if you're not about to if there's not a bunch of zombies around, because it locks you into that animation and it doesn't want to like kill you. But the default animation is just this swing. Which makes sense when you got something bladed like this knife on the end. It makes less sense when it's just a pointy stick. Like when it's a pointy stick, you're not gonna just be swinging that thing around. You're gonna be poking with it no matter what. Oh, come on. I know you're tired, but I believe in you. There you go. Left the door open when I left. Don't do that very often. How's the generator doing? 93, 96. That's the kind of numbers you like to see. Alright, give me a frozen cabbage. And a frozen broccoli. The leek. The radish. Make ourselves a salad here in a minute. Once everything warms up. Just gonna take a little bit of time. Might have to wait till morning. Read our book while we wait, I suppose. So how's everybody doing today? Having a good week so far. Middle of the week for most of you, I know. Alright, where's the bowl? Radish. Cabbage. Leek. Broccoli. Getting a cold. That's a shame. Hopefully you win soon. I'm going to get, after this stream today, I'm going to get my refreshed COVID booster, which I'm kind of excited about. Oh, super late. Stayed up too late. (8 a.m.) Throw the cheese in here. Let's eat this. I don't remember what our weight's doing. What is our weight doing? 77 and falling. That's okay. Alright. I don't think there's anything out here, but I think I'm going to walk through the woods, like, around this way. Yeah, there's a question for you. Rex has brought up. When you get a shot, when you get a shot, just in general, do you look at the shot as you're getting shot, or do you look away? I have had a reaction to some of the previous shots, but my wife got this new one last week and didn't have any reaction at all to it. Just a little bit of a sore arm. So I'm hopeful that that's what my reaction is going to be as well. I'm gonna follow this little path here and see where it goes. You look even though you're uncomfortable with needles? Oops. No, don't cut down the tree. Walk. We're gonna walk through the trees here. Oh, there's a path. These paths are probably nothing, but I'm just sort of curious. This is an outlier group. I've been asking... Oh, hello. There's a campsite over here. I've been asking this question of people since the pandemic, basically. Well, I guess since the COVID shots started coming around, so... Since the second year of the pandemic. And by and large, the response has been that they look away. They don't look at the needle, they look away from the needle when they get shots taken. I have to look. I don't have to. I always look at the shot when I get it, just because. I don't know. Makes me feel better to see it. I don't have a problem with needles though. I mean, I don't like them, but I don't like freak out about them. Hey, Michael. For a second there, I read that, Michael. I was like, I thought it said, "Thank God, Crom is boring." I was like, well, at least you appreciate it. You got here almost right at the beginning, Rex. We've been up for 20 minutes so far. I thought I saw a second one. So I didn't. Is the path failing on me? Oh no, it's just getting a little harder to follow. Definitely, yeah, I was gonna say, there's definitely one behind me. It's the Hulk with his purple pants. Oh no, it broke. I was gonna take it apart and find out if it kept the things, but I can't now. Oh well. Let's get our maul out. Alright, following random paths in the woods here, and I don't know where this is going to take me. I feel like I should have hit some civilization again by now, but apparently not. Oh yeah, we're almost back to civilization. I keep going this way. Oh, is this that fence? This is the fence that we were on the other side of. One that was definitely not McCoy's. Started our Attack on Titan discussion. That's a mod. There's a mod that adds survivors. I don't like it personally, so I don't include it. They're real dumb. The survivors are real dumb and they get on my nerves. This thing's slow and heavy, but man, it hits hard. Who are you? Adidas track pants, bandit trench coat, track star tactical boots. I've gotten no levels on this thing yet. Okay. It's good with one-on-one, like one zombie at a time, but I feel like if I get a big group, this is going to be not the best weapon choice because of how I have to sort of time the attack swing. Ooh, yeah, that's a little slow. Must be a bad neighborhood. Although these houses indicate that it's not a bad neighborhood, but the security fencing makes you think it is a bad neighborhood, so. Who to believe? Little body pull. This one on the door here should break it pretty soon. Give me the access I'm looking for. Is it coming? Yeah. Oop, excuse me. Now we got a level. Getting tired already. It's like I'm throwing around a big piece of metal or something. Oh. Now we're not killing in one shot, now that we're tired. Alright, let's fall back and rest. Alright, give me something that's not quite so so heavy. Who's this hand axe? Doesn't hit as hard, but it's speedy and doesn't cost as much endurance. They can, just gotta give enough time. Alright, I gotta go back in one of these houses and get a place where I can sit down. We're getting exerted. Heather Mason's jacket. What does Heather Mason's jacket look like? Still kind of looking for a new jacket. I think I like my other jacket better. Apparently I was not wearing a jacket before. Okay. Guess I'll keep it on then. I was really hoping there'd be like either a couch or a bed that they forgot to take with them when they moved out, because I would like to rest. Hang on. Already read, already read. Heavy winter jacket. It's not quite winter yet. That would make sense. We can take a little, just sit on the ground here. I'll do the job. Eat a bag of chips. Take a load off. Take a snack. Probably don't run randomly, that's not gonna help though. You're taking too long. Just come out. Stop wasting so much time. Yeah, the metal doors are hard for them to bring down, but they'll get there eventually. Rotten burrito. Tragedy. Oh, that's true. I didn't. Hang on. One second. Where is it? There it is. At everyone live on YouTube with PZ. There we go. Right, I think I canceled that chocolate eat in the middle there. You can take the 24-hour sign, can't you? I think that's one of the ones they let you take. Check it from the outside, but I don't think you can. That'd be a fun thing to have at the house. Neon 24-hour sign. Okay. Jameson whiskey barrel thing? Are you actually full of Jameson? Appears to be locked. How you check these things? Ah, there we go. Not that this tells me anything. I guess the gas tank would be where it would be? I don't know. Hey, Architect. Hey, Golly. Alright, axe is... Titanic axe head. Axe hand. Axe. Hand. Titanic hand axe. Those are the words I'm trying to say. I guess my exciting news for right now is that I have a 4-day weekend starting today. Or starting, I guess, yeah, starting about an hour ago. I got off work. Kinda nice, if I do say so myself. It was a surprise one, too. It's pushed back again. It feels, Titanic feels a lot like Colossal, so I just assumed. Yeah, this 4 days off is a surprise, because I normally work on the weekends, as many of you probably already know. But the shows that we do on the weekends are being interrupted this weekend by the Ryder Cup and over in the in Europe. So we have no shows, which means I don't have to go to work. So I get a surprise 4-day weekend. My boss came to me like, I guess it was last week sometime, or maybe the week before, and was like, hey, just so you know, no shows. I direct the morning news. For a local TV station, local news affiliate. And every once in a while we have something that working on the weekends, that is. Every once in a while we have something that'll preempt our news to the point where we don't have it. It's usually it's most often a European sporting event of some variety. In this case, the Ryder Cup, which is golf. Sorry, Michael. Handle's facing the wrong way, backwards. Well, what's even the point then? Needs to face either straight up in the air or forwards. Those are the two valid plunger options. None of this back nonsense. Hey, a fresh hot dog in the trash can. Oops. Oh, I got lucky I didn't get a cut from that. Shovel, industrial propane tank. There's like one or two of the scrapbooks we still haven't found. I remember, I keep thinking we have them all, and then I look at the list and there's like one missing. Marmalade. Be Paddington Bear. Case. Hello, Jetstream. Hey, go that way. Well, you know we love good news around these parts, so. Nice. So you're just you're on the list now for some point in the future. Harry Mason's leather vest, winter jacket, long vintage fur coat. Are you getting tempted to ditch this, the Legion Susie's hoodie? Ditch the bulletproof vest we're wearing so I can see the clothes a little bit better? Oh, that's pretty low. I think they must have that thing down pretty good. I remember reading, and you probably already know this, Jet, but for other people who might not know anything about transplant stuff, I remember reading with it when it comes to like the person receiving the kidney, like you, they just leave the old kidneys in there, so you will end up with 3 kidneys. Lots of propane available down here. I need to remember that. At some point in the future, we need propane. Let's see if I can mark that. Propane. Whoops, that didn't end up where I wanted it. It's close enough, I guess. Actually, maybe I can draw an arrow. There we go. It's not a mistake, I'm just adjusting things. I guess the idea is that like it's extra complications to remove the other ones. Like they you know, when you're doing surgeries, it's all about minimizing risk, you know, because you don't want to do more than you have to, because everything you do is going to cause problems. And in order to do their job, hey Top, kidneys have to be very vascular, right? They've got a lot of blood vessels going to them, so they don't want to take them out if they don't have to. I'm gonna take a little bonsai tree. We're gonna take that home with us. Take the flowers too. Why not? Start making the place making our storage room a storage home. I'm full of random weird facts. It's kind of... I sometimes at work, like one of the problems with my weird facts from my perspective is that I really can't call them up on cue. Like I can't just be like, hey, here's a weird fact you might find interesting. They get triggered by other people saying stuff or like other topics that are being discussed. So I will be fine and then suddenly have a random fact that pops into my head. Which happens less on stream than it does in real life because, you know, I'm the only one talking for the most part here. And I was worried I'm gonna annoy coworkers. So I try and keep it under control to a certain degree. So I don't want to be the weird guy who tells people things they don't care about. I've never actually had anybody say that they don't like my random facts. It's just I'm self-conscious about it, I guess. It's entirely possible that nobody minds. Yeah, well, one of the things I've learned about surgery from the couple of times I've seen it done, when I was in high school, we had to watch a video of an open heart surgery. As just like part of a biology class. And surgery, pretty much all surgeries, they're not delicate. Like, they just get all up there in there and rip stuff out. I mean, obviously they know what they're doing, and they're doing it in the most effective way possible, but if you think that everything is very delicate, it's very much not. The open heart surgery we had to watch had involved a bypass. This is just where, you know, they take the little bit of vein from the leg to bypass up in the heart area. And man, they make that incision in the leg, and then they're just yanking on the veins. just really going to town, and you're like, oh, there's got to be a more delicate way to do that. I don't think I need anything in there. There's pants and air stewardess uniform suit jacket. Take that, why not? Yeah, hopefully. Might be a while though still. Hand axe leveled up again. What'd you get? Titanic hand axe of eradication. Now, Phil, you can tell me what a disappointing thing of eradication is, because it definitely sounds like damage. Oh, nice. I feel like I should take this axe over someplace where there's a lot more zombies then. Just really plow through them. Back into the highly populated areas. Nice. What a civilized country you live in. We have a place for these. Probably can't actually put them there, huh? Can't reach that. Oh. Yeah, well, maybe we won't use the bonsai tree and whatnot right now. Oh, speaking of random facts, hang on, let me. I always have to look up a part of this fact because I think it's an interesting fact, but it's like not one that I can just remember. Where did I put that? Put that. I sworn I saved that somewhere. I'm gonna have to look it up online. There's a every native English speaker in the world naturally learns without being taught what order adjectives go in. For instance, an easy example is if you're talking about a big red dog, everyone says it's a big red dog. They don't say red big dog. The order I can never remember. I have to look it up. Let's see. But it's one of these things that's like it's surprisingly complicated, but every English speaker just knows it, and it feels wrong if you violate it. English order of adjectives. Yeah, here we go. It goes from furthest away from the noun to the closest is quantity, quality, size, age, shape, color, proper adjective, which is like a nationality, place of origin, or material, then purpose or qualifier. So, like, I love that really big old green antique car. My sister adopted a beautiful big white bulldog. Like, the order that you put those adjectives in is, like, agreed upon by English speakers all over the world, and nobody ever teaches you that. You just sort of know it. Just crazy. Crazy. I need a box that has some space in it, because I need to dump some stuff. What about this truck bed? Let's just use this truck bed, because it's right here. Yeah, you're gonna take anti-rejection meds forever, right? Whoops. I missed. I was just being real quiet, MW. Just being very sneaky. I'm going to find a big building because we've got this heavy, high damage hand axe. I want to make use of it to just really plow through an area. Hey, no getting damaged this quickly. Just got you. Stop taking damage. That's probably the fiscally responsible option. Alright, that should have activated this building. I'm big with cats. It's known. Cats are my big fan. It's too bad cats can't subscribe to YouTube, or else I'd be huge. Really thought that zombie was inside the building. Security doors. Rotten croissants. Tragedy. Ball peen hammer? Do you prefer your peens bald? That sounded dirtier than I kind of intended it to sound slightly dirtier. Slightly dirty. But it came out way dirtier than I meant it to. Oh, I have a family friendly reputation to uphold. Shovel. Oh, all right, we're okay. A little black there for a second. Do you hate it when you get to the top of some stairs and you go black for a second? It's just like, where am I? Care about most of this. I just want to make sure that there's no zombies. Just checking for zombies. Checking for zombies and antique armory stuff. That's mainly what I'm looking for in this building. Zombies and things wrapped in towels, sheets, whatever. This is not room. This. Oh, it's right there in the corner. I was like, does this place not have a bed? PC into a mini fridge. I'm sure somebody's done it. I feel like if you really wanted to do it, you'd just have to run like cooling pipes or something through the cold part of the refrigerator, but not actually go inside the refrigerator with it. I don't know. Trash watermelon. Am I electrically boosted? I'm not. Okay. Because there's like a lot of payphones in this building, which would be very useful for grinding some skills. Hey, a metalworking magazine I haven't read. I just remember from years ago, the person who made a PC that was completely submerged in some sort of oil in order to let it run at a lot higher temperature, which I thought was kind of neat. It's weirded me out that there's no zombies in this building. Hey, another trash can hot dog. Who's throwing away these perfectly good hot dogs? I miss trash candy too. No, I don't think so. I'm sure it's added in some mod somewhere, but not in the base game. The only like mascot costume in the base game is Spiffo's costume. Yeah, it's electrical. We need to come back here and we need to go read the electrical book and then come back here and dismantle all these payphones. It's a lot to be had. Oops, I missed one. know how many floors this building is. If I hear like some good buzz on it, I might be interested. I fell out of The Walking Dead a long time ago, so it doesn't hold a lot of pull for me. I do not have AMC Plus. Not one of the ones that I have. Yeah, I really don't understand why this building doesn't have any zombies in it. It's weirding me out. It's gonna be like a room absolutely jam-packed with them at the roof, on the roof or something, and I'm gonna get killed. 5'11" Defender Flex Jeans. Turns out that's better than my fishnet stockings. Am I going to change? No, I'm not. Yeah, The Walking Dead lost me when the beginning of it's a place that happened for a lot of people. I think it's where the beginning of the season where Negan kills Glenn and somebody else. I can't remember the other guy's name. That was when I was like, nah, I'm done with this. That's where a lot of people went out. Like, I think that they didn't understand their audience quite right, I think, for that particular. Oh, that ambulance looks in really good shape. Go check that out. Part of it, I think, was that it was a season opener. If that episode had been the season ender, like the end of the previous season, I think it wouldn't have been quite as bad. But like, it being the season opener felt very... It didn't feel earned. Like, it wasn't building off the momentum of the previous season, so it just felt like unnecessarily brutal, I think, is another part of it. It was also that, like, there was a big question over, like, oh, who's he gonna kill? Because they was like, oh, Negan, you know, they ended the season with this big question of Negan's got them thing, somebody's gonna die, who's it gonna die? And then it was like, oh, you could guess who it was gonna be. It's like, well, it's not gonna be these three, because they're the biggest stars. There's like 9 of them, right? It's like, not gonna be these three, because they're the biggest stars. It's not gonna be these three, because nobody cares about them. It wouldn't be big enough thing. So it's got to be one of these three, and then it was 2 of those 3. That was the surprise. Oh, it's not just Glenn, it's Glenn and Abraham. Oh, and we're also going to extend out the death scene for the entire run of the episode between flashbacks, or flash forwards, I can't remember what it was. Hey, William. I mean, they had departed from the graphic novel fairly significantly by the time that came around. Still has those checky pants. Now I got my fishnets. I don't need pants. When you got gams like this, you don't cover them up. Car looks like in pretty good shape too. My favorite, I'm sure a lot of you already know this one, but my favorite anecdote about the Walking Dead comics is that they, in order to sell the idea to Image, it's Image who publishes that, right? Can't remember, couldn't remember. They weren't interested in zombie stuff because zombie stuff was not big yet when those comics first started. It's not having its moment. So he told them that, oh, the surprise is gonna be, we're gonna get a little ways into the storyline, and then it's gonna turn out that it's zombie, that it's aliens. The aliens caused the zombie plague. That's gonna be a twist that we're gonna unroll. He had no intention of ever doing that, but he thought it would help him sell the comic, and it did, so. Come on. Come on. This is a record for the number of times I've failed on this. There we go. Does it guess? Well, barely. I'm gonna take this home. Ooh. Alright. I need to come out here and get rid of some of these, more of these wrecks so that this area is not quite so cluttered. Easier to drive in. Ooh. Oops, excuse me. Wait a second. Trying to see. I don't know if you can actually go in the back of this thing in this version. No. Okay. Because we have the, we have the trailer mod turned on, so I was wondering if we could go in the back. Yep. Yeah, some zombies can crawl under cars, yeah. I mean, part of the issue I feel like is that The Walking Dead has to deal with is that, like, you can't win, you know? There's no it's hard to deviate from the formula and make something important actually happen because you can't really win, or else there's no story. I don't think of anyone else I want to go right now. Just walk out here for a bit. Find something to kill, sure. Yeah, I've heard it's alright. It's supposed to be like an art gallery? What is this? Supposedly. I've heard some rumblings about it actually filming, or maybe it actually has filmed. I don't know. Something is occurring with it. I don't really know what this building is supposed to be. Well, Fear starts out as a prequel, but it catches up to the other story, I think, doesn't it? It's my understanding. I never really got into Fear of the Walking Dead. Walker's backpack, 2070. I think our current backpack's better than that, but I'll take that for the moment. So investigate later. I've never played The Last of Us. I've watched the series. Thought the series was quite good, but I've never played The Last of Us, so I don't know. I can't compare it to anything. Never owned a PlayStation, so. Well, I don't care about main characters dying. I mean, I liked Game of Thrones when Game of Thrones was killing all their characters off all the time. It's just about how they die. Like, the how matters way more than the whether or not they die. Yeah, something like that, Jed. Context. Context is important, I guess is the best way to say it. This place is gigantic. Well, because mostly because it's too hot is the reason why, but also because I like the mix and match, especially because we've got these very fetching fishnets that we're wearing right now, which I think is a good look. Are you asking if I play the piano? I do not play the piano. I'd love to be able to play the piano, but my parents let me quit. I feel like when you're a little kid, like when you're a small child and your parents try to make you learn to play the piano, somebody really should sit the kid down and be like, look, here are the here are the kinds of music that you will eventually be able to play on the piano, and like play some really badass piano music, something really good, something that's like rocking and cool, and like, yeah, here's the thing, because I wanted to, I convinced my parents to let me quit taking piano lessons, even though I was actually apparently good at it, with very little practice, was because in my mind at 8 years old, piano was just gonna be hot cross buns and Mary Had a Little Lamb and scales for the rest of my life. And that wasn't any fun. Does the bunny head provide protection? I don't remember. Yes, 120. Quite a bit. How's the generator doing? 8193. Alright, let's read our book. Read our book. Okay. Do I win? Alright, I finished it. Okay. All of our leftover books are in here? Is that right? Can't remember where I put them all. Yeah, they're there. It's our book depository. Alright, what was the building I was just in? Is it this one? Is that one? In that. I think? I don't know. Might have actually been that one. Or that one? I don't know. One of these. Probably not the one I sexed out, but that's okay. I'll do it when a bunch of zombies are on. Just let me, you know, it's gonna have to wait till tomorrow because it's 2100, but I'll go yell in front of a bunch of zombies. I ain't afraid. I don't need welding rods right now. So it's 2070. Backpack we're wearing is 3880. Yeah, that's substantially better. All right, well, let's put this on the floor so we can use it for storage. Oops, or drop it there. Oh, that is on the ground. Okay. You mean like an actor in this series? I mean, obviously, if I was an actor in the series, I'd like to continue to get a consistent paycheck rather than get killed off. If I was in a real zombie situation, I would most likely die. My my stance is that I have no expectations of surviving a zombie apocalypse. Just being realistic. My willingness to kill other people is really low, which wouldn't help. And I'm not very fast, so that doesn't help either. Alright, where do we want to go today? I think I might start pushing up this road here. See if we can get to some interesting places we haven't been before. I think it'd be a pain to have to put on all that makeup to be a walker. Like that sitting in a chair while they put all that makeup on me doesn't sound like a lot of fun to me. Did I not go the way I thought I was going? Oh, I just gotta kick my way up a little bit here. We activated this building yet? We haven't before, we have now. I suppose. I don't have much desire to be famous, though. Or to be immortalized. I'm fine. I always say I'd love to be rich, but I don't want to be famous. I don't understand why the zombie population has seemed so light lately. Alright. Gotta press the Q button to prove I'm not scared. There you go. A two-hitter? Both of you. This building is showing signs of that like slow trickle that's going to turn into a huge flood of zombies here in a minute. Maybe, maybe not. Thought it was. I've had a couple of times where a building lets out like a zombie here and there, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, there's a lot of zombies coming out of that building. Have you ever watched Majestic, speaking to that point, have you ever watched what's it called? Station 11, is that it? That was a post-apocalyptic show I liked a lot because it was very much quieter, more feeling somewhat more realistic apocalypse show to me. Station 11, I think it's Station 11. It's based on a book. There's only one season, but it was only designed to be one season, so. It was on Max. Cozy apocalypse. Although I do have to say I watched that like during the it's not the height of COVID, it was like slightly after the peak of COVID. And the pandemic parts of that hit me harder than I thought it was going to. I was like, oh, this is hitting me harder than I was expecting. I don't know what this building is supposed to be. I watched the first season of that. I never went back for the second season. Yeah, I liked the first season okay. Although the show never quite became what I wanted it to be in that first season, at least. It was funny, but it was like not quite what I wanted, and can't really put a finger on exactly what it was that I wanted, but I don't know. I don't know. Last Man on Earth is always one of those shows that I always intend to go back and watch. Because I saw like the first 1 or 2 episodes when it was first broadcast and then never kept up with it. And I'm always like, I should go back and watch that. I heard it was good. But then I never do it. I feel like we probably all have shows like that. Or forever on your watch list. Never actually watched. Satellite dish. I've been watching Wheel of Time. This second season is quite good. I've found. I was a little iffy on the first season, but the second season I feel like has been real solid. No, that's why The Last Man, Jet. Last Man on Earth was just a show that ran on the Fox network here in the States. It was just about I think it was like a flu pandemic story was what killed everybody. Guy who thinks he's the last man on Earth at first, and then he finds survivors, but it's a straight up comedy. It was not a comedy. I don't think it was at all a comedy. I've read bits and pieces of the graphic novel Y was based on, but I've never actually, I never saw the show. Never finished the comic. That's another show that I watched the first season of and I've never gotten back to, Sweet Tooth. That just came out, didn't it, Bubs? I've heard that's good, but I've not watched it yet. I'll probably wait to watch that with my wife. She likes that kind of movie. Scary movies. Sleeveless. We're way behind on this, but we actually just finished Ted Lasso recently. We rotate our we rotate streaming services off and on, and Apple TV has been off for a long time, so we finally rotated it on recently and got through Ted Lasso, the last season of Ted Lasso, which was I actually liked. I know a lot of people didn't like it for some reason, but I thought it was pretty good. I'm watching Severance right now. Medical magazine. Huh. Yeah, Severance is much more of an interesting concept than I thought it was gonna be. I'm on episode like 5, I think, so I'm like halfway through the season. Because I didn't realize when I heard about the concept of Severance, I didn't get the bit where, well, for those of you who don't know, the premise of Severance, as I had understood it first, is that they do a thing on you so that you don't remember when you're at work. You don't remember anything from when you were at work, and that's how I understood it. And I was like, oh, that's an interesting concept. That sounds like an interesting show. Plus, I like the main character, the guy, I can't remember what his real name is, but he played Ben Wyatt on Parks and Rec, and I've always thought he's been good and stuff. But then I discovered that the actual concept is that not only do you not remember your time at work, but when you're at work, you don't remember any of your time outside of work. It's actually basically like 2 personalities in one brain, which is way more disturbing. Because that poor personality that's at work never gets to leave work, you know? Just has to continue to go to work every single day. Adam Scott, thank you. Ah, bundled sheet. What do you got? What you got for us? What was it? Ooh, a cutlass. Fancy. Let's try that for a little bit. Hey! Greetings from the United States, M1. Mikkel? Is that what you're actually... Mikkel? Not just M1. Oh no. We're okay. Woo. I heard the second season of the first season was really good and the second season wasn't so great of Altered Carbon. That's what I've heard. I've not seen it. I don't know. I'm probably a pizza man. If I had to pick. Thanks, Luca. Surprisingly not. Where are all the zombies? Earlier we were more fresh hot dogs in the trash. Wings are good, but they're almost too much trouble. Is my take on wings. I like wings, but they're a lot of work. It's like I don't really like shellfish to begin with. Like, I just don't really like shellfish. But I also watch people eat like clams, not clams, crabs and lobsters, especially crabs. And I'm like, that seems like a lot of work for not a lot of meat. I was at a friend's, this is many years ago, but I was at a friend's once when they were doing mostly like Maryland crab, which I think they're soft shell crabs in Maryland. They're small, they're not very big, they're like, I don't know, a few inches across. And so it was just like watching them tearing into the, you know, you'd have to fill one person up, you'd eat like 6 or 7 crabs, and so it's like the table is just covered in bits and pieces of. Why are we finding all these medical magazines all of a sudden? 1, 2, 3. I don't know. They added recently or something? Is there a reason I've never seen them before? I don't know. It's been many years, Michael, so I don't really remember anymore. But like the amount of effort it takes to get that small amount of meat is just like, this seems like too much effort. Collector's Weekly. Mince corpse into fertilizer? This edition teaches you the taboo art of converting human corpses into useful fertilizer. Okay. Why is that in an antique magazine? It's actually my wife's preferred, what she would prefer for me to do with her if she dies. Is to be, composted, basically. It's only a few places, only a few states in the United States where you can actually do that, though. It's not being turned into actual fertilizer, but it's basically just like letting your body go back to the land instead of embalmed, shoved in a box and buried, or burned for at a high energy cost. There you are. Nobody in the bathrooms. My response anytime anyone asks me what I want done with me if I die is I don't care. I was like, I don't know, I'm dead. What do I care? Do what you want. Throw me in a ditch, shoot me out of a cannon. Do not care. Stale cheese. Yeah, it makes you happy, go for it. I don't have anything to share about with stews, so I have to bow out of the stew conversation. Not a topic I know anything about. Corpse composting, on the other hand. Excuse me. Yeah, key. One of you needs to give me a key so I can open these locked doors. Well, it's a combination. I do have high skill. I'm, you know, level 8 in axes. But this particular little axe also got of eradication, which is a damage boost. So it's a combo. It's a combo. One might even call it a wombo combo, if they were feeling spicy. Fresh cheese and stale cheese. Woke up spicy today. It's alright, we support bad puns here on this channel. Hey, there's a key. Thank you, bud. Over on the Twitch channel, it has long since broken and never been repaired, but one of the regulars over there at one point made a dad joke bot that would periodically dispense a dad joke into chat. Bad puns and whatnot. It was enjoyable. It broke and then never got repaired though. My friend and former guild master when I played World of Warcraft was a big pun guy. Lots of puns from him. Him and his dad. He got it honestly. It came from his dad, who also played WoW with us, which was always kind of fun. Not the best player, but he tried. He was just doing something to spend time with his kid, I guess. But when the two of them were together, man, it was non-stop puns. Wrench. Nothing. Tire. Nothing. How many floors this building has? So you're the noisy one. Died on the toilet. This apartment's for lease. If anyone wants to move in. It's got nice views of the ugly building next door. Wooden floors, brick, exposed brick. That's kind of a fun feature. The neighbors were kind of noisy, but they won't be anymore. A coworker of mine is just about to move on to a new job. One of the side effects of working in the industry that I do is that a fair number of people don't stay long, because in TV news, in order to like move up in the business, you kind of have to you have to move out. In order to go up, you got to go out. So he's changing markets to a bigger market. Also, yeah, well, there's that too. But he's moving markets. Oh, another bundled sheet. What do we get this time? A Jian. I don't know what that. It's another sword of some variety. So he was showing me some pictures of his new apartment that he's going to be moving into in his next city. He's going to Pittsburgh. And the building that he's moving into is a relatively recently renovated I think it was a former department store building. One of those old like downtown department store buildings that were like 6 or 7 stories tall, like pretty big buildings. It has now been turned into living space. And he was going over the amenities, like the things that they have in the house. He's like, in the building, and he's like, it's got a weight room and this thing and that thing, and then he goes, and then one spot it's got a podcast studio, and I was like, a podcast studio? It's like the most 2023 thing I've ever heard. Podcast studio available to the residents? This person has a tent in the middle of their room. Yeah, anybody can like book it and use it for time, like you would with other amenities, like the movie studio, the movie room or whatever, if you were living in a place like that. Okay, good. I've hit the roof. No, don't do that. Oof. One of these times I'm gonna hurt myself doing that. Alright, let's see. So we've now done this building and this building. I live in New York State. Not near the city, but elsewhere. Did I do this building? Can't remember if I did this building or not. Kind of surprised this little axe hasn't broken yet. It's been on like no level. Oh, we have done this building, or at least part of it. Hello. I really wanted to say, Ich bin ein Berliner. Hey, Chris Davis. How's it going? But that seemed inappropriate. So instead, I'm just gonna lampshade it by saying that I wanted to say it instead of just owning it. Ooh, helicopter. Do I have any vitamins on me? I do. Just gotta try to make myself not tired since we're gonna have to deal with this. Yeah, we're a big fluffy bunny. That's the life we've chosen. I got that one, Sam. Eddie Izzard, I got it. He said he's a donut. He's a donut. I love that stand-up special. I saw that stand-up special for the first time, randomly. When I was on a trip with my dad, looking at colleges when I was a senior in high school. And we were in a hotel room, one night. Oh, there it goes. And, the hotel room happened to have HBO. We were looking for something to watch, and we came across that stand-up special. I want something not quite as heavy as this. Let's try this cutlass out. I don't know how the cutlass works. Not as fast as I would have thought it would be. Seems to have pretty good damage, though. Yar, matey! 'Tis a pirate now. It's a pirate bunny. It's a cutlass, you know, it's a pirate sword. Do you have a flag? No flag, no country. These are the rules that I have just made up. "200 miles in this day and age? I don't even know where I live now." Stealth cutlass. It's good for a pirate too. Stealthy cutlass. I don't really want to go home right now because I'm afraid if I go home, I'm gonna leave all the zombies to my house. So I'm just trying to. I suppose I should probably go inside, but we're not being overwhelmed yet. Oh, cutlass. Ah, I got it. Well, I think we're having the situation that often happens with helicopters where it seems like they're not actually bringing that many zombies in, but then all of a sudden it takes a turn and there's zombies everywhere. See, like this. Like, it didn't seem like there were that many zombies around, right? But now... yeah, it just takes a little while. Excuse me. Hey, Space Cowboy. That's how it always goes with the helicopter. Like, oh, this isn't so bad. And all of a sudden, you're like, oh god. You'll forgive me that I can't really look at chat for a moment here. Oh, that was almost bad. Swing and a miss is not good when you got this many zombies around. Honey. Didn't they follow up on this bunny? They do. Check out them gams. No problem. Let's have some beef jerky to celebrate. I saw a zombie coming at me right there a second ago. Oh, the status effects are coming back. Should probably stage a retreat here before we get into too much trouble. Where did the saber get, by the way? Stealth cutlass made of exotic materials? Phil? That is one I have never seen before. I'm gonna guess it's a durability booster, but I've never seen made of exotic materials before. Oh! Alright, we're just gonna try to get out of here. Excuse me. Alright, as much as I didn't really want to take them home with me, I think I'm gonna have to just kind of head that way, because it's getting a little dangerous here. It's actually wait? Well, that's disappointing. The name sounded so cool. Stealth is crit chance. Yeah, that's a pretty good one. I feel like we've had that one before. I think they make it lighter. I'm not sure there's any ones that make it heavier. Or what's that metal that's just like barely solid at room temperature? Gallium? Is that it? That one would be pretty funny to have a sword made out of too. Just starts melting on you. Our generator's close enough to trigger this thing. That's a waste of power right there. Okay. Well, that was a fun helicopter. Hey. None of this. What are you people doing here? This is my space. I cleaned this area out a long time ago. You are not welcome. If you're within earshot, please come here, though. I don't want to have to look for you later. They heard it was a good neighborhood. Watch us open it tomorrow, and there'll be a bunch of zombies hanging around the generator, like you do sometimes. I hear zombies. It's been on the other side of the building. Oh, we're gonna risk it. You hear them sound like they're right there. Oh, I gotta put the cheese away. Oh, no zombies hanging around the generator. Re-clear this area now. Alright, let's try out our Jian, which is also a sword I've never heard of. It's a very straight sword. I'm gonna guess a Chinese sword of some variety. This is like the most successful antique armory run I've ever had. Normally all I find is daggers and the occasional spear. This time I found all kinds of stuff. I think it may be because in the past I had not realized that that there were those rolled up sheets to unroll for swords. That's probably the reason why. The drunk. It's kind of look like that. It says the Drake. Ooh. That's kind of. It is a very straight sword with not much of a handle. What did it get? It got giant. It's a giant Xian. Longblade's starting to get up there too. Yeah, 4 longblade skill. Never have terribly high longblade skill, but I believe you. If anyone's trolling, it's Vorpal Weapons. It has been like a really long time since I've gotten a weapon with the Vorpal attachment, like the Vorpal upgrade, the like best of the best. I could go for that. I should get one of those sometime. I feel like at one point somebody told me there was a hotkey to trigger a smoke without having to like go in there and do it. I can't remember what it is. They told me now. Else I'm not sure if it works. Does anyone know that? Or was I being led astray by the silver tongues of the comment section? Alt F4. I know. I'm old. I've been around video games long enough to know the old Alt F4 trick. I was explaining to my boss not that long ago about the Alt F4 trick because we were having trouble closing a program and I was like, oh, try Alt F4. And then I had to explain to him why I knew how Alt F4 works. It's like, well, for many years, in online video games, people tell people to do Alt F4 to fix problems because it closes their program down. I was trying to use Alt F4 for good purposes, not nefarious purposes. I was trying to actually close a program with it. Yeah, I mean, for a lot of our like big fancy TV equipment, that's usually what fixes the problem. The issue with the like you know, big, complicated pieces of equipment, though, is that usually it's multiple computers that are working together, and so you have to turn them back off and back on in a particular order, or else they don't work. That's the hard part, is knowing what order to turn them back on in. This van looks like it's in really good shape, by the way. Not that we need more cars at this point, but... Excuse me, zombie, I'm busy. Yeah, it is in very good shape. You see the news that the guy who created the U.S. office is like looking into potentially. Apparently, we got of cruelty at some point. I didn't notice. Is looking into potentially rebooting the office, like doing it again. I assume with new characters, but I don't know that for a fact. It seems awfully soon to do that to me. I mean, I don't know much more than that. He's apparently just looking into the potential of rebooting the office. You know, if it's successful. If it's successful twice, I guess is the. Why not be successful a third time? Yeah, Parks and Rec was originally going to be a spin-off of the office, and they decided against it. Just took all that stuff out. Is this more storage units? There's the look of storage units. Yep. More storage units. Take that. Anyone want to come down here and get killed so I can get a key? Just one or two of you, though. I don't want all of you. What is this? What is this movement going on here? It looks like ants. I think I dropped it off. Yeah, I dropped it off back at the base, so I don't have it on me. I have people multiple times try and tell me that this trick doesn't work anymore. It's like, no, it works. Because I have a short video that explains that trick, and on a really fairly regular basis I get a comment that's like, that they patched that out, that doesn't work anymore. Nope, it works. What I would really like to find here is a generator. So we could put a generator at the gas station. We're not going to get a generator though, unfortunately. Yeah, you can press Alt F4 all you want, it's not going to do anything. Took it right out. Give me the mall again. I want to bust some heads. Smash, smash, smash. Like destroying watermelons. Hey, Lord Master Jeff. One of our RimWorld characters in the flesh. Run, 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 run. Ooh. Ooh, let's go back to the sword. Okay. No problem. Nothing to be worried about. Dump truck over there. From the Care Cousins. My favorite Care Bear when I was a kid was one of the Care Cousins. It was the purple raccoon. I don't remember what his name was. That was my favorite of the Care Bear extended families. I know that that's been like the #1 asked question about me for the entire time I've been doing this. Everyone's dying to know, what is Archer's favorite Care Bear? That is a lot of zombies that are coming out of that building. Sorry, bear. Okay, I activated that building is what happened. Got close enough that all the zombies inside spawned. And now they're all coming to visit. Well, it's kind of like Spiffo. It's the Care Bear version of Spiffo. Yeah, I definitely activated that building. You ever think about how strong sword people's... It's the official title, right? Sword people? Medieval sword people's wrists must have been. Like, you think about the, like, upper arm part, but you don't really think about the fact that their wrists must have been really strong. Or at least I don't. These small bets. Sure, samurais. Those are swords people. I was thinking more European swords people, but that holds true for them too. These apartments have no windows. Pretty sure that's against some sort of fire code. Battle of Bosworth? What battle is that? I'm not familiar with this battle. Richard III died? Was that in France? Oh, it's in England? I guess Bosworth does sound more like a English town than a French one. This was it Richard III? What was the king? Who was the king when the Revolutionary War happened? I feel like that was Richard III, wasn't it? King George the Third, right? It was George the Third. It was a third, right? Isn't it George the Third? So I remember the third part right, but not the first name part. He was crazy, right? George the Third had some sort of like dementia or something towards the end of his life. I feel like there's a movie called The Madness of King George. It's about that guy. Unless that was a different King George. They really should come up with some new names. Everybody having the same name is very confusing. Bundled sheep. What do we get this time? Sea axe. Oh, I know that. It's a Viking sword. All right, so we've done this building. And this one. It's called Antique Armory. I'm not sure if it still exists. I downloaded it. The original creator took it off the workshop. But I think somebody might have rebuilt it and put it back on the workshop. I downloaded it like an offline copy at some point. That is a very big building. That building's gonna take a long time to clear out. But yeah, I think I remember hearing somebody say that that they had rebuilt Antique Armory. It may have a different name now. I don't know. But it is on the workshop. It wasn't for a while. I remember that much. Because it disappeared in the middle of a playthrough that I was doing. Which was causing problems for my mod list. Like the noises? Hearing noises. I don't think I had that mod. What did that mod do? Oh, okay, you just got lucky. My attack is slow, that means it's on one of my hands. But we're not, just a scratch, okay. Not zombified though, unless we beat that already. Let's fall back. Work our way back home. Well, there you go. Yeah, somebody re-uploaded it. I should probably switch to that one because it might get updated, whereas this one doesn't get updated, obviously. Yeah, I never used that one. Only the most important mods. Yeah, I gotta catch them all, right? You did, and then it broke. Okay, so we got giant Dow of expansion. We've got our penetrating maul that still hasn't gotten a second level yet. Stealth cutlass made of exotic materials. Our giant Gian of cruelty. Should read these magazines, actually. Do that. Get them out of the list. Put them down somewhere. I really don't remember these medical matter. Oh, they're from more traits. That's why I don't remember, because I barely ever play with more traits mod. So I really don't remember these things. I live out my Blues Traveler fantasies. Killers, let's take one of those. Well, I figured there's some old people in here like me that would get the Blues Traveler joke. I hear a zombie wandering around somewhere. What's our weight doing? 75 and falling? How's my attack? That seems about normal. Just making sure that that zombie, whatever zombie noise I'm hearing, is not a zombie that somehow managed to clip through into the other room there. I heard you. Where are you? There they are. They're trying to get to the generator, but they couldn't path properly. Alright, let's just come down the street here. Just do a little bit of cleaning. Zombies are starting to get a little close to the house. Should try out that sea axe and see how it goes. There's the sea axe. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Oh, it's tiny. Oh, it's a knife. I thought it was a sword. This is a knife. I don't know why I'm continuing to fight with this thing. Don't really want to fight with a knife. See if we can get that last level on this mall. I mean, they might not rot, Shinobi, but I don't think you want to eat them. Long term. I wonder whatever happened with that guy that that used to have the hot dog encased in some sort of like plexiglass that he would post on Reddit about. Just see him post that every month or so. I haven't heard anything from him in a long time. There's that extra level. Oh, this is now made of exotic materials too. Which, you know, makes it lighter, but okay. Not that important. It might be. Just says exotic. That was close. I'm getting winded. I should probably stop using this thing. Yeah, let's not use that anymore. For the moment. Rainy day. Rain's getting actually quite bad. I don't really want to fight these guys. We're just gonna run away. Or just scurry away. Pitter patter of little feet. Hey. What you doing here, zombie? I don't know, I'm not a big fan of fat fries. Like, I like skinny fries. You gotta, the ratio of the section of the amount of fry that's been fried versus the amount of potato inside needs to be more on the fried side than on the potato side, so the big fat fries you get with fish and chips have never been my cup of tea. Oh, somebody's here. Hello. Hello, zombie. Please don't break this. I need this. I need this wall. Hot dog, is he still posting updates, Jens? Because I haven't seen a post in a long time. Waffle fries are pretty good. But waffle fries are just thin fries overlaid on each other. Yeah, made a little lattice out of thin fries. Whoa. Oh, 3 days ago. Yay, Michael! Okay, so he's still doing it, but very sporadically, not like he used to. Thank you for looking. Alright, we're a little bit early here, but I think I'm going to close up shop because we've got kind of a natural stopping point, and I'm kind of running out of steam anyways. So, you know, we'll just a few minutes early. So thanks for coming out, everybody. Hope you had a good time. We did not die, so the 61% of you that said no are the winners today. The 39% of you that said yes, I'm disappointed. See me after class. Well, thanks for coming out. Hope you had a good time. There won't be a stream next Wednesday, because my parents are going to be visiting. So yeah, so I'll see, in terms of Wednesday streams, I'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Thanks for coming out. Bye-bye.